Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon where I am, good evening where you may be, or good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Ejeni's Corner channel, and welcome to Get Sent with Ejeni. Well, I say Ejeni to try to be global or whatever, but Ejeni, Get Sent with Ejeni. Ejeni is my name. Long story to tell you how all my names form. Like I'm sure you're gonna wonder what's in Ejeni's corner and what's Ejeni. They're all my names. They're all my names. All right. How are you today? What's going on with you? How's your Saturday going? What's going on with you today? I hope you're being safe. I hope you have your goals and you're working on purpose this morning. All right, so welcome. If you still have some time, well, you do have some time. Grab up your favorite beverage, call a friend, send them a link, subscribe for sure, um, share, hit the like button, and come here every Saturday at 12. And let's have a conversation. Wow, I'm always stoked to be here. I wish I could do it every day, actually. I love to talk. That's one of my great strengths. I like to make sense, I like to be deep sometimes, but hey, you are here. If you know a Jenny, you know I'm fun. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna have fun, you may cry, you're gonna think, you're gonna have a conversation. That's all me. All right, so welcome again. Welcome. I don't take your presence here for granted. You all mean a lot to me. If you're coming from Facebook, welcome. If you're coming from Instagram, welcome. If you came straight to my channel on YouTube, your fingers went through all that stress to type in my name, to go to YouTube. I appreciate you. All right. So I know this month was supposed to be a health month, but I haven't spoken to all my guests. So we're gonna hope to get it in October, if not November. Hey, we don't panic, we pivot, right? How is everyone? I am so stoked. Let me thank the few people I see in the chat already. So welcome, Arena Fabrics and Craft. I know who you are. Thank you so much for being here. Vivian, that's my mentor and coach. She is always amazing, always so supportive. So I'm so happy to have you here. So let's get into the show. Anybody else? Oh, my moderator, Fa, she's here, always supporting, always. She's my behind the curtain person. She's behind the curtain and always in front. So glad to have you here. All right. A lot of the topics that I share here are from a conversation or is in one of my million books that I've thought about talking about whenever I start a show. So if you are a person who loves growth and wants to succeed and wants to just figure out where they're supposed to be, no matter what you're going through, then guess what? Come on the Get Sense show. What does Get Sense mean? If you're African, Get Sense means get some knowledge, get some wisdom. If you're not African, sense means the same thing. Gain wisdom so you can lead a better life. Don't we all wish there's certain kinds of wisdom we're supposed to have before now so that it would have avoided us. We would have avoided making some silly mistakes we made in the past. It's sense. You have to have sense. Am I screaming too much? I'm excited. I just finished a meeting that was just phenomenal. And guess what? The things that she talked about in that meeting are some of the things that I'm going to talk about. That means I was supposed to talk about it. All right. Jump into the show real quick. All right. What's the name of what is the title today? It says get out of your own way. A lot of the topics I talk about, like I said, it's from a conversation or a thought, something I wrote down or something I'm pondering. And whenever you come here, you realize that I'm talking to you as much as I'm talking to me. We're all here to grow. Nobody knows it all. Nobody, not our parents, our grandparents, not us, not our kids, not even our professors. Excuse me, nobody knows it all. So because we don't know it all, we plug into different things. Read a book, watch a show, read the Bible, get out there, socialize, get your associations checked, all that good stuff, so we can be who we were so we can be who we ought to be. Does that make sense? All right, get out of your own way. Get out of your own way is similar to saying you are stopping yourself from getting to where you're supposed to go. Does that mean, does that make sense? Get out of your own way. If you're trying to drive and there's a big car in front of you, the car is in your way. Now imagine that car is you. I know it might sound like it doesn't make sense, but that car, that big car in front of you, yay, Chini is in the building. My girls are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me tell you guys before I finish my illustration. I should finish it before I should finish my thoughts before I jump into what I was gonna say because then I will forget. So let me finish what I was trying to say. So being in your way, it's like you see yourself where you're going. Imagine you're invited for an amazing party that you've looked forward to, right? You know you want to go to the party, you have your dress picked out, you have your makeup, how you want to look, it's in your mind already. You're all dressed up, you get in the car, you're trying to drive, and there's this truck that broke down or something is going on, you can't move forward. Now, imagine that broken down truck or that obstruction or whatever it is that will not let you move forward. Imagine if that truck was you. That's what the show is about. And now, that truck in front of you, you know what it's called in the modern day world? It's called limiting beliefs. The beliefs you have constructed in your mind, subconsciously or consciously, that inhibits, inhibits is the word, that stops you from moving forward. Getting out of your own way is literally saying tackle, eliminate your limiting beliefs. If you're in your own way, then you have to work on you to make sure that you're moving forward the way you're supposed to. So talking about that today is get out, stop, get out of your way. Stop being in your way. And I'm speaking to me like I'm speaking to you like I'm speaking to me. If you want more conversation and you're fired up and super excited, give me some hearts before I go on. Where's my water? I don't have water here. Oh, I do have water. If you're fired up and you want some more, some more information and you're fired up, give me some heart emojis, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see it coming. That means you guys won. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Fa. Thank you. I see it coming. Thank you so much. So, how getting rid of this you in front of you is for us to go back to figure out how did we get in our own way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see the hearts. I see the hearts. So when you're in your own way, simply means that there are fears that you have. So fears, and is it fears? What am I saying? Fears, fears. I mean, try to try to navigate American accent and Nigerian accent. I used to have just simply American accent, and now my Nigerian accent is sipping somehow into my American accent, and now I can't pronounce things. It's very, I mean, it's a horrible place to be. So fears, right? What normally what normally creates this obstruction, this huge thing that will not let you move forward, that creates this belief is fear. It's concerns. Thank you, Vivian. It's concerns. What are the concerns? What would they say? What would they do? What would happen if I did this? All those kind of things. Or fear. Maybe a fear from, some people fear success, fear of success. You think you want to succeed, but you have not really pondered. Ade, welcome, welcome, welcome. Uncle Clay, welcome. Thanks for being here. Wow, it's good to have you. All right, today we're talking about get out of your own way. If you have a big obstruction in front of you and you can't move forward, and that obstruction is you, how do you get out of it? And this is caused by the beliefs you have of yourself. And like I always say, when we're giving birth, when we're birth, how do I say it, sir? When we are born, When we are born as this perfect little babies. How do I say it in Nigeria? Bouncing little baby. Why do they even use bouncing? Self? I digress. Bouncing little baby. In a sense, you're learning, you're growing. Thank you so much for being here. So you're learning, you're growing. And guess what forms your character? How you are, your behavior, how you do things, your environment, the people around you, right? And guess what? That same environment creates those beliefs you have. Like, when we were small, your mom would say, don't go outside. Somebody will catch you. Your dad will say, don't do this, don't do that. As you grow older, that don't do becomes, whether you like it or not, it becomes that subconscious fear of don't do. If I do it, they never explain to us why we shouldn't do it. Just don't go outside. Don't go and talk to that person. So, of course, automatically it's bad. So, as you get older, it seeps into areas of your lives that you didn't do it, it just naturally did. So, then you now have these fears in your life that you don't know how to deal with. Then you have self doubt. Self doubt is, I don't think I can do this. Self doubt is simply lack of self belief. So, let me tell you what causes you to be in your way, right? And then we talk about how to get out of it. So what causes you to be in your way is fear, concerns, moderator, right? So fears, concerns, lack of self-belief, um, low self-esteem, insecurities, all in a bubble, right? Fear of the unknown. If I did this, what if I don't succeed? Fear of failure. Moderator, just write whatever you grab from what I'm saying. I will always go back and watch and we can read, right? When you have and those things in a ball are called limited beliefs. And limited beliefs are those things that cause you to not move forward. So we're babies, we're created to be good and to be excellent and be successful, but our environment makes us have these emotions and this things that we feel that stops us from being who we ought to be. Simple. Now, how do we tackle these things? And then sometimes it's friendship in school. Like right now, my kids being in school, high school, college, um, elementary school. You have kids who already have these things in their own house. They have low self-esteem. They have a dad who is rude, a mom who is rude, parents always quarreling. They have an unstable home. Guess what? They come to school and let out their frustration by bullying kids. I don't know if you've been part of bullying before. There are adults who were bullied as kids, and those words and that embarrassment becomes a limiting belief because they feel, well, I'm not pretty. I have buck teeth. I don't look good. I look this way based on what somebody else says. Ooh, far add the strong feeling. How else? What other word can I use to say negativity? Other people's negativity that they poured on you now becomes one of those things that becomes a stumbling block for you to move forward. How do we tackle this so that we live our full potential? Because here's one thing I always say. I know should I say I was called, or I was just wanting to always have a stage where I'm talking. Not that I know it all, not that I'm an expert. One of my friends, Joseph Oche, says something, and I always say it. I'm not an expert, but I'm an expert in my experience. So I can speak out of my experience or the experience of my friends. It's real life. I have had these thoughts, all of it, insecurities, low self-esteem. And these things come from somewhere. They don't just show up. You're scared to fail. What if I fail? Like the business I'm into right now, what if I call that person and they blow me off? So what? They blow you off. So right now, I'm gonna start. So you guys know the definition of getting out of your way and limiting beliefs, right? This is what causes it. And all these things we've mentioned, let me put them on the screen, okay? The first one is fear. Thank you, moderator. You're awesome. I appreciate you. I do not take you for granted. Oh, I don't take anybody else present here for granted. Definitely don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed here, definitely subscribe to my channel. Go back and watch and leave a comment after you watch. right? I appreciate you. God bless you guys. So number two is concerns about everything, and you question, you're doubting Thomas, you doubt yourself. All right. So which is lack of self belief, right? These are the causes of you being in your way. These are the things that causes limiting beliefs, or these are limiting beliefs. Sorry, right? So lack of self belief, low self esteem, which is that all together, but I kind of figure to separate them. Low self esteem, insecurities. Some people, after watching a movie or whatever, they start looking through the window, or if they don't watch a movie, they are always having this thoughts. And you know, thoughts are things. You start thinking of something. What if I go out there and somebody grabs me? What if nobody grabs you? So I would discuss how we can change how we think. Mindset, negative mindset. Have I said that already? Moderator, add negative mindset. Some things kind of double, but it's just coming to my head. And sometimes I have my index cards to discuss these things specifically, but knowing me, my head goes different places. So low self-esteem and insecurities, yes. Number five, negativity. I could have said negative mindset, but that's fine. Negativity, just negative about everything, right? Which is, I think, a negative mindset. We'll go into that. Fear of the unknown. If I did this, what could happen? What if I did it and this happened? So it's tied with negativity. Fear of the unknown. If you're scared of what hasn't happened, you have a negative feeling towards it. Does that make sense? Awesome. Fear of failure. If I failed, that means I've failed. Sometimes one time I failed in school. I failed a lot in school, and I have to say that to the world. I did. I couldn't find my way out of it. Not that I wasn't smart, but I didn't know how to apply what I've learned to the exam and test. And I think that might have been like a learning condition that I didn't know what it was, but I couldn't figure it out. And I came here in college, and I did all right. All right, fear of failure. Your failure in one area, you feel like you failed everywhere else. Why? No, if you fail, you just learn a lesson from that and you move on, right? Um, um, Negative mindset, right? Awesome, awesome. Have you guys taken this down? Like literally, when you're coming to the show, bring a paper and pad. So a paper and pad, paper and a pen to write out things. It's not like you don't know these things, but you're hearing me talk to you about it passionately. I've gone through. Everybody has gone through a lot in life, but you can relate, and that's what our show is about. That you come here and you get sensible nuggets to apply to your lives. Even me, I go to my shows and I hear myself, I'm like, "Ooh, wow," and let me apply. I'm not where I want to be, but trust me, I'm on my way in every way. I promise you. You hear, ha, you will hear like, "Oh, we should go to her show." All right, I'm just a handful. All right, so I've researched some things out. Um, and there's something I want to read out for you too. And then there are some quotes. If you know me, I'm a quote collector. So it says getting rid of your self defeating behavior, or your limiting beliefs, or your getting out of your way is essentially eliminating. Ooh, I forgot anxiety. What do I put anxiety? So it's it's essentially creating strategies. Moderator, are you following me? So getting out of your way slash eliminating or removing limiting beliefs, or just, sorry, focus on this. Getting out of your way equals creating a strategy. First owning that you have to get out of your way, deciding that it has to stop because you're not going anywhere. If that obstruction is still there, you can't go to the party. I use that party illustration. You're all ready to go out. You know where you want to go. You've already imagined the house and how late the party is going to be, but there's a big chunk that will not go away. That's you stopping yourself from going out with all the excitement. You have all these things you're feeling. Oh my God, what if I don't fit in the party? What if I don't look good? What if I have all this stuff? And you can't move because there's this thing. So you have to create a strategy to get out of your way. And what that means is creating a strategy. I've said that again so many times. Creating a strategy to eliminate All of this stuff. That's it. That's what we're doing today. And the strategy is number one, own. Where's my moderator? So, number one, so we get out of our own way by one, knowing that we are in our way. Knowing that it is up to us to get out of our way. Nobody else can do it for you. You can go meet a therapist, you can go meet a counselor, but if you don't realize that you're in your own way and nobody can help you do it, boom. So you realize that it's up to you. You got yourself in it, you get yourself out. Number one. Number two, you have to work on positive self-talk. Say the opposite of what you say, the opposite version of what you're thinking. For example, oh, I cannot go there. I cannot climb on stage. Yes, I can climb on that stage and I'm going to kill it when I get there. See the difference? So work on positive self-talk. You can watch all the YouTube motivationals, but you have to speak to you. Why? Because you know where you're going. Number three, have a strong vision for your life. Now you can everything I mentioned, you can flip it out. You can make one number one and everything, but I think it's what's the first one? Know that it's up to you. Once you know that, then you have a strong vision for your life. A strong vision. You means that you know where you want to go. You know where you're heading. You're going to be wealthy, successful, impactful, leaving a legacy for your family in whatever way. Once you do all that, guess what? The goals and the activities concerning your life starts to follow that vision because now you have um, strong, positive self-talk, right? And then create incredible habits. Oh God, habits. Habits and routine that supports that vision. Does that make sense? Create what's wrong with me? Habits. 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 Create habits and a routine that supports that vision. And it helps you create work on your goals as well, right? If that makes sense to you. And we good? Good job. Good job. And then another one that is so important, I don't know if it's part of the strategy, but it's something you have to know. I think it's moderator put nuggets in this one. This one is a true nugget. And I wrote it down, so I have to say it before I forget. Nuggets is equal, you have to be present. That should have been before vision, but that's fine. Be present in your life. And the reason why I said be present in your life is because you cannot reach your full potential. You cannot reach that vision. You cannot reach that wealth, that legacy you want to create. You cannot reach that person who God wants you to be if your brain is still in the past. So does that make sense? So I'm trying to say that you cannot reach your full potential by remaining in a past season of your life. Yesterday, I was talking to my mom and I was remembering some horrible relationships I was in. And while I was talking to her, I was having the true vision. Like literally, I could picture in my mind. And then guess what? When I went to bed, those visions kept coming like as they happened. What was that for? I mean, it's good to remember, but what am I going to do with it? It's good to remember and talk about it. And when you talk about those old things, it's good to talk about them, but you ask yourself why. What is the reason? So now I brought it up. I've told her. Now she's heard. Now what? I mean, now she knows, right? But if I really want to move forward with my life and be the kick-ass human that I want to be, I don't need that. If I look back, I should look back in my mind if I want to and learn from it and say, you know what, Ejeni, you would never get yourself in that position where somebody can treat you less than, period. And I shut it down and I move forward. That way, if I see somebody else now attempting to put their negativity on me or treat me less than, I can nip it in the bud quickly. Oh, no, you're not. But I don't have to talk about it as passionate as it happened, because then it creates that negative vibe. And you know how law of attraction is. So all night, that's where my mind was going. That's what I dreamt about. You understand what I'm saying? There was no need to be that detailed. It's fun talking about it. And sometimes she has heard the story before, sometimes she hasn't. Sometimes I was not even thinking about it and it hit me, right, to think about it. And then I go into this detail and then it's a whole negative. There's no need to be that. All right. So I said a vision, right? Acknowledge what your strengths are. Acknowledge what your strengths are. You got that? Acknowledge what your strengths are. And then let self development be a top priority. There's everything amazing about self development. Reading books to help you find more of who you are, creating associations or being part of associations that make you feel or make you be a better person, right? Be in the right association that makes you want to grow. Don't go follow people that are already on your level where you're trying to struggle to crawl out. Be in an association of people, like they always say, you're an average of the five people you surround yourself with. So be around everybody who's doing better than you, who's where you want to be, right? Not that the other people are not friends or family members or whatever, but focus on, yes. Chinaya said self-development is self-awareness. Yes. The more you read books, the more, like today, I just came from a training and I'm like, whoa. This lady was talking about how she's raising her kids. She said it may sound harsh, but the child is going to be. I was like, okay, I need to start implementing things. Because sometimes you think, oh, and you have to find that's her way. You have to find a balance, right? You have to find a balance because now we're raising kids. You have to figure out what kind of kids you want to raise in the world because the world is not going to be pretty. I mean, it will be nice for them. The world will be, you know what? Let me rephrase that. The world is wonderful, but you have to have great kids with mental toughness. Yes, mental toughness is another one. Through self-development, you will learn how to be mentally tough, right? Um, Another one that I want to share that is a nugget, yet I think should be on the list, is don't be the single reason why you are not successful. Boom. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do not see, you're not looking at anybody else because I was married to this person, because my mom was like this, because my parents were like that, because with my dad, my siblings, the whole world, taxes, Biden, Trump. No, do not be the single reason why you are not successful, right? And one of the last things I'll share is, did I already say acknowledge your strengths? Did I say that already? Acknowledge your strengths. Oh, sorry. Acknowledge your strengths. Acknowledge your strengths are, is it are? Acknowledge what your strengths are. Thank you, exactly. And then work on your weaknesses. Like I was learning in a class I was in today, it says, okay, Know what your weaknesses are and see what steps you need to fix those. For example, if you're a procrastinator, that's a weakness. Well, when you're having a conversation, say, I used to be a procrastinator, and ask yourself why I'm not. I mean, self development is just key. You're self aware about what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. Acknowledge your strengths, definitely leverage those, but also see the weaknesses, what you need to move up. I learned procrastination. I learned, yes, another one, yes, stop making excuses. See, the thing about making excuses is that I'm talking to me as well as I'm talking to you. When you make an excuse, you know that that's an excuse. True or false? You guys, do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Oh my God, we stayed within 30 minutes, so we're almost done. So I'll do 35 today. I will try. Because when I say, whenever I say 35, I end up being like 50 minutes. All right, let's try and stay 35 minutes today. So the goal is when I come by myself without a guest, 30 minutes tops. When a guest is here, we can do up to 1 hour, depending on our conversation. So yes, stop making excuses. Whenever you make an excuse, you know it's an excuse. For example, I'm a real person. If you know me and you're my circle, I'm always real. I'm hardly the person you call fake. Like me, weight loss. I have other challenges, but weight loss, like I am, weight loss is one thing that I need. I said before this year ends, I need to jump over a plateau. I will start something and somehow I will stop because I don't see the results. And Terry Silver Foy, one of my mentors on YouTube, she says that all the diets work, all the nutritional whatever they have out there, they work, but it's commitment. So the next thing I would say, I think it's number 11 or 12, is commit to yourself. If you don't commit to yourself, you can't commit to anything. That's the truth. Commit to yourself. Say what you will do and do what you will say. Commit to you. And I think that's the last one. Is that 11 or 12? That's 11. So number 11. What I said after this one right here. Hold on. Is this a nugget or is it one of the numbers? Don't be the single reason. I think it's the nuggets plus the strategy, right? It's all there, I beg. All right. Say what you will do and do what you will say. Mean what you say what you mean. Pretty much. And maybe number 12, number 13 or 14 is don't give up on you. If you give up on you, why should everybody else believe in you? Don't give up on you. Keep working. Some days you will fail. Some days you will fail. Fail meaning that what's the goal you set yourself for that day or for that month, you may not meet it. Doesn't mean you failed. It just simply means you didn't meet it. Doesn't mean you start telling yourself, oh my God, I'm no good. I'm this, I'm that. No, like my kids, when my daughter goes and plays basketball and the team loses, oh my God, she's so down on herself. And that reminds me of me. When I failed in school, when I was in high school, when I failed, oh my goodness, I just feel like I am the dumbest person on earth. And you start to just to talk negative talks on yourself. You're not allowed to. It's you. If you tell yourself that, then what should somebody else tell you? You should be so positive. Yes, when you fail, it means try again. When you fail, it means you know what? Whoops, that way didn't work. Where's that guy that started? Where's that guy that invented light against it? He failed 99 times, but guess what? He didn't say he failed 99 times. He said he found out 99 ways not to do it those ways. Boom. That's somebody who has positive self-esteem. Have we talked about can number 13 be Thomas Edison? Thank you. That's why you have kids who are smart. It didn't come in my brain at all. Work on your self-esteem. So everything I've just said to you right now is the opposite of you feeling bad about yourself. When you have these strategies, where you have this written down and say, okay, how have I been in my way? You know, I know I've been in my way to weight loss. When I've done keto, and I'm just being real. I've done keto, and in 5 days, I could see my weight loss. Why didn't I continue? That's me being in my way. What would happen if I continue for next 1 month? What would happen if I had done it for the past 6 months and I'm at the weight I'm supposed to be? I'm healthy. I will live longer, right? At least I've done my part. But we don't think to that level. Why? Why do we keep, like, sometimes we drink? Like, I love drinking soda sometimes. I know that I want to lose weight. For why in God's name am I drinking that soda? Maybe once in a while, or I should say, I will drink this soda if I'm able to do these things for 5 days. Then I can cut the soda in half, maybe. I'm just saying, it's a strategy. You're working with yourself. Some people go and join the gym because they feel, because they're paying money, or the trainer, it's creating that discipline for them. Ooh, add self-discipline. Work on self-discipline. If you're not, and the self-discipline should be number one, actually. If you're not self-disciplined, you can't keep to that vision you have. You will not make the calls you're supposed to make for your business. You will not contact who you're supposed to contact. For me, I will not buy the right foods. I should always have the right foods in my house. If I say I want to do keto, then I should provide the keto ingredients to make the keto food. Now they have it on Instagram. I'm just saying, for me though, yours could be something else. I should buy those keto things. And if the keto things are in the house, I should make them. If I know I get lazy every day and I procrastinate, then I should pre-plan my meals. You see what I'm saying? How many of us here can relate to what I'm saying? Like, every day I tell my kids, bathe, wake up, pray, brush teeth. Yeah. If I was strict about that, because I'm strict about me, guess what? It would just trickle, because that's how I am. So myself, me being in my way, is me raising kids that are in their own way as well. Because my daughter shouldn't play basketball and they lose and she gets so emotional about it. Yes, it's human. But when you know that it's not all you, then you should be all right to say, okay, I did my best. And number 14, celebrate your wins and learn from your losses. That's how you get out of your own way. Always celebrate your wins. Whatever little thing you can do towards that goal, set daily goals. Number 14, have I said so much? Have I said plenty of things? What did I say? Celebrate your wins and learn from the losses. And number 15, oh, and I forgot what I said. Celebrate. What did I say? It's just coming from all over my head. I have to kind of keep up. So now I only wrote 5 on my book here, but I've gone to like 14. And I had a 15th one. Oh, the 15th one, and that's the last one, is, oh, now see that is that 38 minutes. The last one is set daily goals. So far, right? Set daily goals slash must do lists. So daily goals, under the daily goals, in your, when you're writing your pad thing, let me show you how it would be. So you would do on your book, you would do daily goals, right? And then under here, you would do must do's. Like, things you must do, thank you. Things you must do for you to feel like you accomplished something that day. And you celebrate them. And the ones you didn't do, you learn from them. Maybe you prioritize them. Okay, sorry, let me add one. 16. Prioritize your life. Like, there's something I observed in myself lately, and I'll say this out, is I'm getting on calls and meetings and all these things, and I feel like, okay, being a mom, being a business owner, working, right? Um, Helping my mom, all those things, they're all intertwined and thrown into the whole day. Right? Hey, my uncle is in the building, Uncle Sir J, my chair, one of my family cheerleaders that I have. Thank you. You guys see what he calls me? A Jensko Lalaskasi or whatever he calls me. See, my family loves me so much. Everybody has a name for me. If you know me, you know them. Every uncle, every aunt has a name. Nobody, a lot of them don't call me a Jenny. Even my mom calls me Ine. She hardly calls me a Jenny. He said he is the cheerleader. Uncle, welcome. Thanks for coming. So let me just quickly run through everything we've talked about. And I appreciate you guys being here. You know, it's hardly ever 30 minutes, but hey, we try, right? So these strategies and these things that I've listed are things that if you write them down and you know where you're going in life, listen, God didn't create us to come here and fail. God didn't create us to come here and do and be less than. So if you have been less than based on the things you've gone through, based on what life has thrown at you, or based on poor decisions you made that derailed you, and now you are at a place where you can see where you're going, man, put your blinders on and run. Don't embrace those negative beliefs. There are sometimes you would hide in there. There's sometimes you would sometimes you would unsubconsciously find yourself saying, oh my God, what do I do? Do it. Fire ad number 17. Just do it. Sorry. Just do it. All right. So let me summarize, okay, so I can let you guys all go. Thank you so much for your patience and being here. So the things that cause you to be in your way, the thing that causes or creates limiting beliefs of yourself. First of all, don't accept it anymore. If you've been doing that, Ejeni, I've been doing it, and sometimes I feel like it. You know what? Show up anyway. Fire ad number 18. Show up anyway. You'll still get to 20. Show up anyway and be the life of the party. What could hurt? People may not like your clothes or your makeup. I mean, I don't know how to wear makeup, but I showed up here looking fly. I don't care what you think. I think I look gorgeous today. Hey, I don't have all the foundations and the right things like Chini and Vivian, who are the makeup experts, would, but I tried and I look damn good. And I can take it all off and rub Vaseline and still look amazing. Do you understand? So I am my own cheerleader. Sometimes my mother thinks I'm crazy. I'll just wake up and start screaming and she's like, what's this for? I'll just say, hey. She'll be like, what's the problem? Then she'll say, yeah, where's that thing she said in Calabari? I'll remember. Like she'll say you're not well, but she'll say it in Calabari. Yeah, I can't remember in Calabari. Ikpanya. She's helping me there. Ikpanya, that means you're not normal. But she said it with love, Sha. All right. So, what causes you to be in your way? And some people are so set in their ways, they are so stiff-assed, clenched butts that they cannot move to do something else because they have not seen what they could do. They have not seen that when you go across the fence is your real, successful, amazing, authentic self. Let me tell you one thing I always say to myself. And Ed Milet said it. I said it earlier. He says he wants to die and go and meet the person who he was supposed to be. And that person comes and gives him a handshake and said, badass, you did it. You found me and you were me. Good job. As opposed to he dies and goes to hell and does not even recognize himself because he was never close to, you're in hell, so whatever, right? And that's always me. I've made a lot of mistakes. Doesn't matter. A lot of people in the Bible, if you're Christian, you get what I'm saying. If you're not Christian, I'm sorry. Then become one. All right. I've always said I want to be able to, when I die, I know I've made mistakes, but there are people in the Bible who made so much mistakes, but they're the ones that are known. God used them. God called them. God pulled them out of their mess and made their mess a message. God made those guys who were tested and made a testimony out of them. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. No matter the mistakes that I've made or you have made, it was for a purpose, and that purpose was to change somebody. On this show, I come on here. If you know me, I talk passionately about marriage and crap we shouldn't go through, women independence, get married, don't give birth yet. Oh, it is me. Hey, Uncle Clay. See, I was saying something now, Uncle Clay. You made me forget. Oh, all right. Thank you. Uncle Clay, I call him Clay. It's our inside joke, but his name is really Ade. an amazing human being. He says, if I am to summarize today's show, it would be this: you cannot reach your full potential by being present in the past season of your life. Boom, boom, boom. Do you guys get that? Oh, I feel so happy. Can somebody get what I said? All right. Thank you so much for that. So I'm saying that if I die, or when I die, when I'm like 105 years old, 110 or 15, right? Still strong, still chilling, still talking. And God says, Chai, my daughter, I am proud of you. I'm proud that you became what I created you for and more. Parable of the talent. I want to be that one that used and multiplied what God gave him in every way. I may not be there yet, but I know I am on my way in so many ways. All right. Let me summarize. Again, it's 45 minutes instead of 30 minutes. I am sorry. Let me review. What causes you to be in your way and have self-limiting beliefs? Fear, concerns. Let's go through it. Fear, concerns, lack of self-belief, low self-esteem / insecurities, negativity, fear of the unknown, fear of failure, um, a negative mindset, having anxiety just to have. So now we flip. Getting out of your way equals, for us to be able to get out of our way and eliminate those self-limiting beliefs, we have to create. Oh, Jesus. We have to create a strategy to eliminate all of that. 1 through 9. Yes, thank you, moderator. We have to eliminate, we have to create a strategy. And then the strategy is number 1, know that it is up to you to get out of your way. Another strategy is work on your positive self-talk. Go to Google. My friend, Dr. Anne Maureen Wabuzo, has a whole course of, she's a coach, right? And she's a transformational coach. That's where I'm getting to. I want to be a transformational coach. Okay. But that's what she is now. She studied for it. She's a doctor in it, all that good stuff. And she helps you create tapes. She has them already to help you just talk to yourself. There's affirmations, there's declarations. I have declaration that I read every single day, and I'll read one for you guys for today, and I'll tell you what book that's from, so you can go like, just say things to yourself. Sometimes you just have to move. You have to motivate yourself. Who encourage themselves in the Bible? I've forgotten. Somebody encourage himself. You encourage yourself. All right, let me finish what I'm saying. Work on positive self-talk. Have a strong vision for your life. Create incredible habits and routine that supports that vision. Be present in your life. If you're living in the past, like Ade says, you cannot live a successful life with ideas, with negative thoughts or talks or character or being that you wear, right? You can't. You just can't. All right. So you cannot. So I did summarize it by what we said, right? Let's go back to where we were. Oh, hold on. Where did I stop? So have a strong vision for your life. I think I already said that. Create incredible habits and a routine and routines that supports that vision that we mentioned at the top. Then I said being present in your life. Fantastic. Thank you so much, moderator. You can't, you cannot, you cannot reach your full life's potential by remaining in a past season in your life. Thank you so much, Ade. Acknowledge what strengths, acknowledge what your strengths are. Right? Also, let self development or make self development a top priority. Self development equals self awareness. Janae said, thank you so much for that. Mental toughness, you have to be mentally tough. Like, I'm a crybaby. I'm learning now that nobody gives a damn about your tears. Happy tears, yes. But if you start crying all those cry, I was telling my mom like the other night I was crying, blah blah blah. She's like, okay, I mean, why? She's like, only cry if it's a happy tears for what you're gonna do for yourself. But don't cry to sulk into what you had gone through. That's not gonna help. So my mom too is another motivational person here, and she doesn't know it yet. And then don't be a single, don't, do not be the single reason why you are not successful. Your bad marriage, your bad relationship, your bad financial status, all of that. It's not a reason. Jump over that, like for real. Seriously. You owe it to yourself. None of us know how long we have here. What we have now is now. My previous show, the name of it was, what was it, Seth? Only Now Exists. It was one with a Jenny, but it was too much explanation whenever I started the show. So I kind of took that off and said, Get Sense. It was one with a Jenny. And one with a Jenny means only now exists. We can't go back to tomorrow. Neither can we jump into, we can't go back to tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I get too excited when I'm talking. I cannot go back to yesterday. I cannot jump into tomorrow. But I can be right now. So I can have right now. So I can do right now. So I can do, so I can have, so I can be. Or I can be, so I can have, so I can do. I think you have to do first. Whatever. Mix it up, but you know what I mean. Right? So only now exists. So do not be the single reason why you're not successful. Right? Then Chineye says, stop making excuses. When you make an excuse, you know. If I say I was gonna go walk, I tell my kids I'm gonna go walk into 30 minutes, and I realize like, oh, this sleep I'm sleeping right now is worth more than anything. Guess what? I'll be embarrassed to wake up and tell the kids I'm sorry I didn't work because I was so tired because I told them I should have walked. And that's true life. Work on your weaknesses. So acknowledge your, remember we said earlier, acknowledge your strengths, work on your weaknesses, procrastination, not committing to yourself, multitasking, all those things, communicating better. All those things are weaknesses. Weaknesses are not bad. It just shows things you're not particularly great at and you can learn how to be great at, right? So weaknesses are not something that you have to beat yourself off of. Um, if this is making sense to you, I need hearts. We're about to end. It's 51 minutes. We're about to end, okay? Oh my goodness. If you guys go with me, I'll be here 2 hours and still talking. I still have amazing nuggets. I can if you challenge me, I can have 30 nuggets thrown at you now. But I don't want to do that to you because you have your Saturday to go to. All right, commit to yourself. Do what you say you're gonna do. Mean what you say you're gonna do, and do what you said you mean, or do what you mean, or do what you meant. You know what I mean? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, that's a nugget. All right. Don't give up on you. If you gave up on you, then who's going to hold you up, right? All right. Don't give up on you. And then today it says, means try again, right? If you just try again. If you fail, try again. I was talking about Thomas Edison. All right. Self discipline goes a long way. Same thing as mean what you say you're going to do. Just get up and do it. Do it like I learned from Ed Milet. Do it when you don't feel like it most. That builds your self-discipline. Celebrate your wins and learn from your losses. We covered that as well. Set daily goals and I always show you guys these things that I have here. Go to dollar store and get this index cards. All you do is write must do's. What must you do? Like today, I must scrub my bathroom. I must clean and mop and all. I need to do those things before I go. I'm supposed to go to somewhere today, and I haven't even prepared for that. But I must do my at least somewhat achievable things for today. And that's all tied to the vision we talked about in the future. Everything that I've said ties to that vision. So in all of this, there's no space for you to start feeling bad and giving up. There's no space for negativity and all that. All right. 16, prioritize your life. Once you have your daily goals and you have a vision and all that, you know what's a priority. Like me now, my latest things, I don't want to just drive out for driving out sake. I have to plan it out. That way I'm achieving a whole bunch of things before driving out. Not just drive out of the car because you have a car and you only achieve one thing. Drive out and plan a lot of things you're going to achieve on that drive, right? I'm going grocery shopping, picking up medication, going to cut a child's hair. All that is part of the plan, not just going to CVS to buy like a gum or something. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. All right, so prioritize your life. It would help you. Always getting so much with Get Sense with Ejeni La Lassa Caesar, whatever he calls me. All right. Show up anyway. Show up anyway. Show up for you anyway. Show up. Sometimes I set meetings for my team and nobody shows up. I show up. Okay? Then just do it. That thing you want to do, just do it. If it's to make that call, if it's to do that thing, just do it. Right? For me, between now and December, you would see a different me in weight, in how I show up for my show, how I do my business, how I work. It's working. It's coming. You will see it. I don't have to say it. All right, number 18. Oh, show up anyway. I'm still saying the same thing. Sorry. What else? Elbow. All right, and then let's go to what Ade says. We have 5 minutes left. So Ade just summarized the show for us, and I appreciate that, Ade. He says, you cannot reach your full potential by being present in a past season of your life. That makes too much sense. Yes, God made messes into messages, and He made testimonies out of tests. Uncle Sojay says, you guys all have to know my Uncle Sojay. He's amazing. He's the only uncle that shows up here. All right. Uncle Sojay says, always a pleasure hanging with you. Come see you burn. Please keep the fire burning because you're changing lives per person per time. God bless you. Thank you so much, Uncle. God bless you too. He said, I look super fabulous, beautifully gorgeous. Hey, thank you, Uncle. And then what does he says? Yes, David. My uncle is a pastor, a pastor on his way to being a pastor, Uncle Pastor. So he says, David, that's what I was trying to remember. David encouraged himself, so you have to encourage yourself. All right. Yes. Oh, Far reminded me too. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh. I didn't even see all these words. All right. So we're about to be done. 4 minutes left. Ade also says, yes, cremates. Is it create event or cremate? Cremate strategies that limit you. Cremate the past and birth a brighter. I think he meant create. Oh. Ade, is it create? Yes, create strategies that limit you. Is it create? I think that's what he meant. I think cremate strategies that limit you, and then oh yes. I think it's cremate he meant. He says cremate strategies that limit you, cremate the past, and birth a brighter future full of potential. Boom, 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 boom. Do you guys hear that? So bury, cremate, burn, throw away those strategies you already have that is inbuilt, that you grew up with. Some people say that's how I was raised. That's how you were raised in the 70s and 50s and 60s. It's a new world here. You have to see how you can grow and fit in, not fit into the rubbish, but fit in somewhere where you can create a new you. If you go to my vision, my mirror, I will take a picture. I promise you, I'll take a picture of it and put it on Instagram today. I put transform me. I want to transform myself and reinvent myself. That's my goal before I turn 45. It's just a new Ejeni. Ejeni, you know, just better. Ejeni 2.0. Hey, or 5G. Hey, hey. All right. So he says, cremate strategies that limit you and your past and birth a brighter future that is full of potential. Amazing. We have 2 minutes left. All right. What else did they say? Uncle Sojay is thanking me. Everybody say heart, heart, heart. And then Uncle Sojay says, even if you are afraid but convinced about it, do it afraid. Boom! Drop mic out of here. So I hope I have been able. I have 2 minutes. Now 1 minute. I hope I have been able to share with you my passion, my love for changing and transforming. I hope I've been able to convince you that you can get out of your own way in whatever situation that you are in. You can create a good life for yourself by knowing what you are worth. Oh, I didn't put that. Knowing what you're worth helps you engage in activities to make you even worthy of everything that you deserve. Don't use your old mindset that was negative to live that positive life that you deserve. When you look behind me here, that's my vision board from 2019. I work from home now. I want to earn $100,000 a month because I'm creating, I'm learning, I'm getting myself to where I'm going to be the person who deserves all of that because I am worthy. God bless you in all that you do. Thank you for being here supporting this show. You guys are simply amazing. Subscribe to my channel. Definitely share. Leave comments. Thanks for being engaged. Be safe. Be who God created you to be. And if you don't know who He created you to be, ask Him. He will tell you. I know who I'm supposed to be. I'm getting there. Love you guys. Thanks for your support. Have a phenomenal weekend. Bye.